to this game a number of times now. If you just talk about the anticipation of playing, the rivalry, what it means, what it's meant over the years.
Yeah, it's always a great game. A game that comes down to just a few plays, usually towards the end. And it's always a close game. So, I mean, it's two great teams usually, and no matter what, either record is, everybody, we know it's going to be a blow-for-blow type game, and it's almost the team that gets the last few punches in is the team that wins. So, I always love playing these type of games where everybody expects so much, but it's going to be fun.
What stands out the most about the final drive last year to you a year later now?
That we won. That was about it. I mean, I don't know. I don't really go back and look at old players or whatever. So I mean, it was good for us because we had so many guys injured that game, especially at the wideout position. Then Coop went down in the game also, so guys were playing positions they've never played before, and it really messed up our timing in the passing game. And when we needed to make something happen, guys stepped up, made plays.
What is it about you? You talk about how you enjoy playing in these type of games, whether it's this game or the equivalent of a national championship. You seem to have excelled over the last 18 months in these type of games. What is it that gets you to where you're so totally focused and you perform?
I mean, I don't think anything focus-wise is different. I like when the pressure's on. And it's just kind of the way I've always been. So I like, being in big games where you got to make plays and you got to do good. So I don't know. I just like playing in those type of games.
Is it mentally draining throughout the week? Because whether you're going to class, people are talking about this one probably more so than a normal week-to-week game. And then knowing that one play might separate the difference between a loss or a win.
No, I don't think it's mentally draining at all. I mean, I pay zero attention to what people say. So I'm the last person to care about what somebody thinks and what they expect. So I know what I expect and what our coaches and team expect. So I don't really pay attention to everybody else.
I want to ask you about the importance of third down. Obviously, you want to keep the ball and move the chains, but is there any kind of something added to it when you kind of keep the opposing defense on the field, whether it be to tire them out or break their spirit, extending longer drives?
Well, yeah. I mean, it always helps. It helps your defense catch their wind and be able to have some more energy when they come back out. But I mean, like I've always preached, we can't play behind the sticks. You got to have positive plays. You can't have a negative play on first down. If anything, stay the same. Don't go backwards. So we can't have negative plays early in the downs, and you want to play, second medium, third and short. You don't really want to be second and long or third and medium to long. So try to stay away from that, and I think it helps. Not only your offense be able to sustain drives, but helps the defense, catch their win.
AJ, one of the LSU players a couple of days ago compared you guys to Mike Tyson. Back when Tyson was in his prime, guys were like psyched out before they even got to the ring because of the intimidation factor. He said, well, we're not scared of Mike Tyson. Do you get that every year from LSU, that they're really not intimidated by Alabama, and I'm sure vice versa?
I mean, I don't know. I have no clue. I mean, I don't ever pay attention, so I don't know why. I mean, I don't care who we're playing or whatever. I think every team is faceless, so it's hard for me to answer that because, and that's just not my thought process. I don't ever pay attention, so I don't know. I guess that's ask them more of that, really.
Thanks, AJ. Thanks, AJ.
All right.
Everybody good? Kevin, you've been through a bunch of these games with this team. Can you just talk about what these games are like, preparing for these games?
Oh man, it's always fun preparing for these games because everybody's at their best. Everybody's feeling great, coming off a bye week, and everybody's just getting prepared. Man, it's just one of those games where it's like, oh man, it's going to be a great battle between the two because they had a week off also, and just being in this game just means a lot, and especially this year is the last year I get to go up against them. Some of the seniors that came in with me too, so. It's going to be an emotional game, but then again, it's going to be a high-intense game.
The importance of third down. Just, I know any catch can be a big catch depending on the degree of difficulty, but do you guys take extra satisfaction hauling one in on third down and kind of like maybe breaking the back of the defense a little bit, keeping them on the field? Is there any extra satisfaction when you get one on third down?
Oh, definitely, man. We get another chance to move the ball some more and kind of wear their defense down. Third downs has always been special, and it's always going to be special, because it gives us the opportunity to go put some points on board.
Kevin, I think of football, and it's a physical game, and yet when you're talking about two evenly matched teams, Coach was talking how it's going to be more psychological or emotional, which you talked about a little bit, that separates the two teams. Can you expand on that a little bit more?
Oh, man, it's just, these two teams are just, we fight so much throughout the months, throughout the season, and then come November, when you get that break off, and then you realize you have to prepare for a team that's going to bring their best, that's going to play as physical as you play, that's basically has the same type of mentality that you have, and when you get that break off, you get a lot more time to think, a lot more time to expand on, what you need to do and how you need to prepare for the game. And when all that comes down to it, it's just all that preparing for it is just going to be exhausting, and it just gets emotional.
How often do you think about last year's game, if at all, and especially that final drive? So many key catches.
Oh man, the only thing I think about last year's game was that I feel like we didn't prepare. Well, we prepared, but we didn't play our best. It was just so much we left out there on the field, and this year, what makes me look forward to this year is that we're motivated now to know that we can do our best, we can play our best, and we shouldn't leave anything out there on the field.
Kevin, it's Alabama, it's LSU. You never know what to expect out on the field, but is there any way you can foresee another 9-6 game like the last 2 years ago?
The only thing I can tell you is that it's going to be a battle. Like I said, they had a week off, we had a week off, and extra preparation is really key, and we're both going to be ready.
Would you rather face LSU week after week after week, always facing a team that's the equivalent of yourself?
Oh, definitely. I love a challenge, man. I mean, we pretty much get the best of every team, and I don't see nothing different happening. But if we get a team like LSU every week, then it's going to be tough physically. But it's something to look for. It'll be something to look forward to every week, and we have to bring our best every week.
Does home field advantage matter much in this series? You guys won there last year. They won here the
year
before. Is it thrown out the window?
Oh man, yeah, you pretty much throw that out the window. We know our fans are gonna be behind us 100%. We know that, but yeah, it's just the week that they have off and the week that we have off is just, it gives us time to relax our bodies and basically focus on what we have to do. And to be honest, home field advantage really doesn't mean much.
2 more.
I mean, the defense this year has allowed under 10 points a game. Are there ever times where you're sitting back, whether it be a practice during the game, and you're watching what these guys are doing, or just kind of taken aback by how well they're playing, how dominant they've been?
Well, they've always been dominant, but then again, our defense have been dominant too, and we practice against those guys just about every day. So just basically practicing against them, against our defense is just basically helps us out coming forward in the game.
Kevin, one of their players compared you guys to Mike Tyson. The fact that opponents are intimidated and they lose a lot of games. Tyson's opponents lost a lot of fights before they even got in the ring. Do you feel like you have that intimidation factor over some teams, and maybe it doesn't work so well against a team like LSU?
Just being the fact that we're on top, I guess, kind of intimidates people. Being 8-0 and all that stuff, but there's nothing really we can do. But I guess it's the fact that we've been playing great on both sides of the field, and if it's intimidating, then hey, let it be intimidating.
All right.
Thanks, kid.
You know, I don't know if it's the most physical. I mean, every game is going to be a physical game in the SEC, but, you know, this is definitely one that, you know, we look forward to every year. You know, the LSU-Alabama rivalry, you know, it's always a close game. It's always a slugfest. So, you know, we really need to have it come out and have a great week of practice. And, you know, we just, as an offense, we just can't make negative plays, you know, in these big games, you know. Positive plays, you know, continue like that. It'll take a blow to a defense. So that's what we're really looking forward to this week.
How are you feeling, and how tough is it to be out for a little while?
Yeah, it was tough. You know, even when I came back last week, you know, even out 3 weeks, you know, it's just the whole game just kind of, you have to relearn it almost kind of again. The first half, you know, I just felt kind of rusty, but you know, I feel a lot better now. Obviously, you know, I had 3 weeks off to let it heal and strengthen up, but you know, you just got to take it day by day, and every day it's getting easier back to where I was at before.
So it was kind of like a broken routine. You had to kind of get back into
Yeah, you know, it's kind of like the pace of the game almost. You know, when you get back into it, you know, obviously we try to make the game seem a little bit slower as we do in practice because, you know, we practice so fast. But until you're really out there, you know, after 3 weeks, it's made a difference, honestly. So.
Ryan, when you make a decision to come to Alabama, this is one of these games, LSU, that you want to play in. Just talk about what you know about this rivalry over the years and how this game has evolved into one of the bigger games in college football.
Oh, you know, I was here in 2011, and I was here last year, and we won at Baton Rouge, and you know, it's always a close game. You know, I don't think, you know, I think the biggest margin was when we played them in 2011. So, you know, no matter where it's at, you know, it's going to be a close game. You know, everybody's going to be jacked up to play. You know, it's always a offensive slugfest, and defense. You know, we're always going to have great teams. You know, the two of us. So, you know, it's one of the biggest games of the year for us, and we just got to have a great week of practice to anticipate for it.
Ryan, is one of the reasons it is such a great game is because, unlike maybe some other opponents, the intimidation factor really doesn't work that well for you guys against LSU because they don't strike me as being really scared of you guys or scared of anybody.
Well, I think you know, we're not trying to scare people, but as an offense, you know, we want to, you know, execution obviously fuels emotion, and as long as we can, you know, move the ball as an offensive line and dominate the line of scrimmage, you know, give AJ time to pass the ball, make plays downfield for the wide receivers. I think that's what intimidates people. It's not intimidation, but it's more of, you know, how can they stop us? You know, we can't stop ourselves, but you know, how can they stop us as an offense? And you know, when you can make big plays and you can go up fast on an opponent like that, you know, I think that's what takes away from a rival game. You know, there's a big atmosphere when you play, you know, your Tennessee, your Auburns, and your LSU's, but as an offense, if we can jump up on them fast, you know, I think we can take that away from them.
the importance of third down. Obviously, you want to keep the ball moving chains, but what I want to ask you about is does it kind of excite you guys, the effect it has on the defense, keeping them out on the field and kind of extending a drive, either to tire them out or even break their speed?
Yeah, you know, we love those, you know, the 12 to 14 play drives, you know, just move the ball down the field. I think against Tennessee we had a 99-yard drive. And, you know, anytime the defense can stay out there for 3 plays and we can stay out there for 12, you know, the time of possession, and I know against Tennessee we had it considerably longer than Tennessee did. So as long as we can keep the ball on offense and move the ball fast, yeah, I think we'll be in pretty good shape.
When teams are this evenly matched, how do you control the line of scrimmage? What does it take?
You know, obviously playing at Alabama, they're gonna throw the kitchen sink at us. You know, everything that they got, and you know, just studying your opponent at least on the front 4, and even in the linebackers too. You know, we're gonna have to move the ball. You know, they're a great defense, and they do a lot of things that you know, can sometimes be complicated. But you know, I think as long as we study this week and we have a great week of practice, then you know, we'll be able to run the ball and pass the ball. So.
Ryan, did you watch 60 Minutes last night?
I didn't. We had to be back last night at 7 o'clock, so I didn't get a chance. I heard about it, but I didn't watch it.
All right. Thanks.
Go ahead.
So can you just talk about the threat of Mettenberger, quarterback, and then their running backs also?
Oh man, I mean, Mettenberger he's a great quarterback, and he also has great backs behind him, and they do a great deal of running the ball, and they're very powerful at the line. So we're just looking forward to playing Saturday.
I know you guys always want to try to approach every play the same, but I want to ask you about the importance of third down. You guys are #1 in the SEC in shutting down teams on third down. They're #1 in the league, but in third down offense in terms of conversions. Describe to me third down, and is there anything a little extra that goes on?
Well, we talked about that, and I mean, that's a big emphasis for this week. So this week in practice, we're working on that hard, and hopefully it all pays off Saturday. So
Is there any extra satisfaction in some ways? Obviously, you want to get the ball back, but is there any extra satisfaction kind of basically just shutting the other guy down?
yeah, most definitely. But it all comes down to just doing what we're coached to do and executing our plays. So.
Why do you feel like home field hasn't really meant much in the last couple of years?
What you mean by that?
Well, in this LSU game specifically, the road team has come away the last 3 times.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's just another game to get better, and I'm just excited this week to go out there and compete in the SEC, and hopefully we have a great game. So.
Talk about Jeremy Hill, the challenge he presents.
Oh, he's a great stocky back, and I mean, watching him on film, he's hard to bring down, and he's very powerful in between the lines. So we're just gonna work on that in practice and focus on reading our keys and doing what we're coached to do. So.
Denzel, you're from Louisiana. This is your second year in this game. Just talk about like the emotions and what this rivalry kind of means to you.
I mean, it's a big rivalry. I mean, it's always a great feeling to play the home school. But I mean, just like any game or any rivalry, you just got to go out there and do what you coached to do and got to do. So.
You recruited by them?
Yes, sir.
Why here over there? You know, when it's in your own backyard.
It was
the difference?
just the best choice for me. So, me and my family, and that's basically it.
The fans are pretty passionate. I imagine there are some unhappy people, I would think.
Yeah, most definitely. But it'll be all right. I mean, it's my decision, so.
Anything else?
Coach David just compared this to a heavyweight fight.
Yeah.
Is that what these games are like?
It's always a heavyweight fight. I mean, it just comes down to who wants it more and being prepared. So we're gonna prepare this week and get better, and hopefully it all pays off on Saturday. So.